Okay, time for an update on the micro tiny house build. The tiny house that I'm building for under $4,000 in under 4 weeks. So it's end of week 2 and man, I'm running out of time here. I still have so much to do. So the good news is the trailer now has a floor. So I've insulated underneath, I've screwed down all the OSB, and this is ready to be sanded and polished once I'm up to that point. I have all the external frames done now too, which is good. So they're the frames that bump out, which I'll come back to. And then on the wall here, I have all of my external frames. So they're all done, they just need to be braced up. But I'm going to show you the frames that bump out here. So the bump out comes out over the drawbar, and I really need to keep weight down over the drawbar. In fact, drawbars are intended to keep weight away from the vehicle. So I need to keep that as light as possible. And with all the angles that I'm dealing with, if I use traditional framing, that's going to get really heavy. And also going to be difficult to insulate. So what I've done is I'm using this OSB and some of the OSB flooring to create these ribbon rail panels. So I get these panels that are structurally really strong, so they've got great torsional strength. And the cool thing about them is they are super light. As you can see, as the wind just picked it up. So when I fix them up over the bump out here, they're going to be bolted down to a steel frame. On top, they're going to have the roof trusses and strapped together. But weight-wise, they're really strong. And this OSB will give me great torsional strength up the front there. So structurally, I'm using the steel frame to hold it all together. But as far as its movement, the OSB is really going to help with that. The side frames here, Matto Timber, still give me plenty of purchase to fix my cladding to. I have plenty of space to put insulation in. They should be nice and light and super strong up the front there. So the challenge I have at the moment is I still may need to take the trailer for inspection for registration, which means I can't bolt down all of that yet, because once I start bolting on the frames, it's not going to be okay to tow until I've actually got it all bolted together, cladded, strapped, etc. So what I've done is I've made these frames so that I can actually finish them majority of the way off the trailer. So these here I can line. I'm going to get them lined, painted, all ready to go, so that once the trailer's ready, I can bolt them down, bolt them to the frames, strap it all together, and then clad it. So once I've done that, I still have so much to do. So this week I'm going to do that. I'm going to get all these lined, get all the walls ready. Then I still need to do everything inside. So I've still got to build all the furniture, I've got to do the shower, I've still got to clad the outside, I'm building my windows, so I still have to do that. And I have 2 weeks left to do it. And because it takes time to get stuff out here, if I need anything, I need to order it this week, because next week it's meant to be my last week. I don't know how that's going to go. It's meant to be. So still so much to do in so little time. So that's end of week 2. Heaps to still try and get done, making progress, but time-wise, we're not looking too good at the moment. So let's see how it goes. That's end of week 2.